morning and welcome to this edition of Godley Wildcat News. I'm Taylor Murdick.
And I'm Danielle Ballhofer.
Today's episode has us taking a look into how Godley ISD is implementing its concept of an ed tech culture in order to reach its vision of a future-ready district. Faculty, staff, administrators, and students are active in moving this plan forward.
Pre-K through 3rd grade students are consistently attending computer classes to get a head start on the idea of technology use in the classroom. Here is our district's elementary campus lab manager, Lori Gomez, to tell us more.
Hi, my name is Lori Gomez, and this is my 13th year at Godley Elementary, and I've been in the computer lab since I've been here. A lot of times I'll walk around and make sure they're using their home keys, and it's amazing how at such a young age that they really do know what their home keys are when you teach them. We've done internet safety, we've learned about the World Wide Web. 3rd grade and 2nd grade have learned how to log into their own profile and how it will follow them.
Distance learning is also a popular choice for teachers and students at the elementary and intermediate campuses. This innovation in technology allows students to take virtual field trips to learn from experts on an array of topics.
With distance learning, teachers are able to take students on trips without leaving the classroom. Students learned all about rattlesnakes with the Sweetwater Jaycees in Rattlesnake Roundup. A great program is learning all about the animals of the mitten with the Fort Worth Museum of Science and History. A favorite program from the Fort Worth Museum of Science and History is All About Matter, where the students get to view as well as conduct experiments. The Fort Worth Zoo has many programs, including this one about turkeys. 8th grade students connected live with Barbara Bush as she shared excerpts from the book Rushmore. The Texas State Aquarium in Corpus Christi provides access and information to their animals, including this program for pre-K called Fishy Friends. ESC Region 11 provides a service called Connect to Texas, helping schools connect to educational content providers for distance learning.
At the middle and high school campuses, it's not uncommon to enter a classroom and see students accessing a teacher's blog or Google Classroom to learn what is in store for the day. Let's take a look at some of our teachers and learn how the implementation of technology has improved classroom instruction.
Here at Godley, we're as dedicated as possible to helping our students achieve in the real world. To that end, we've issued every student Chromebooks. Students come in the morning and pick up their Chromebook, and then they drop it off in the afternoon as they're leaving. Teachers use it for blogs and class websites, and students can use it to turn in their homework. And through the Chromebooks, we're allowed to explore places outside of our classroom that would be much more difficult to do if everyone didn't have their own device. Having the Chromebooks also allows us to monitor what the students are doing and make sure they're accessing the right websites and staying on task. And finally, we allow students to bring their own device, whether it be a laptop or an iPad or what have you, so long as they're taking care of their current Chromebook. It's something that's worked out extremely well for Godley the last few years, and we're proud to have this sort of program at our school.
I'm going to tell you about an app that has completely changed the way that I communicate with my students. It's the Remind app. It's available on the iPhone. You go online, you set up your account, and then your students can actually join your classes. I've set it up recently, and I'm able to text all of my students at the same time. I don't have to give out any of my own personal information, so they don't have my cell phone number or anything, and it's a one-way communication system for me to be able to blast out last-minute reminders about, hey, don't forget about your test tomorrow, or bring your book to class, we're going to use it, or good luck at the game, or whatever I'm trying to do. I'm able to send a quick text to them all, and it goes real quick.
So my first year I was looking for a way to communicate with students, and apparently all the cool kids are on Twitter these days. I wasn't really sure how to use Twitter, but I made an account, and before long my students were contacting me to ask me questions about assignments and maybe to schedule tutorials and that sort of thing. I began to use it to send them reminders about their assignments, and it just grew over time to something that they could use to communicate with me. I have parents that also communicate with me on Twitter, and I've also discovered that it is a great resource for professional development. I can follow educational pages or hashtags like EdChat or Social Studies Chat and find answers to the questions I have and communicate with educators around the country, around the globe. It's been very useful for me professionally and also for my students and their parents.
I'm Teresa Beck. I'm a 6th grade teacher at Godley Intermediate School. I've integrated technology into my classroom in several different ways. I teach language arts, so the kids have done blogs online and WebQuest, but the very best thing was what I did first this year, and that was the FBI's cyber safety lessons and tests for the children. Last year we had some challenges with kids going off onto other things, but this year it was totally different after having the netiquette lessons and the safety lessons. The kids really have stayed on task and they've done only the things that they're supposed to do. They've been very careful about surfing and will ask questions about different websites. So it's been very beneficial for them to learn right up front what it means to be a good citizen on the web.
You might be wondering how Godley ISD stays current with the ever-changing trends and innovations in learning that a future-ready school district requires. Here's the technology department to tell us more.
At Godley, our job as innovative learning specialists is to stay on top of the changes that are occurring in education. We work to encourage all of our teachers throughout the district to push themselves outside of their comfort zone. And to do this, we're constantly thinking of innovative techniques that we hope will grab the attention of the teachers. And we've set up several different programs to try to meet that goal.
One thing we've started doing this year is we have a session with the teachers that we call sweet sessions. And this is a time when we go and visit with the teachers during their lunch break, and we bring desserts and we just sit around and have a little table chat, and we try to have a topic. Like this month is going to be Google Classroom, and we just get feedback from them on what they want the next month to be.
We also have started a hashtag in Twitter that we've titled Wildcat Wealth. The purpose is we're trying to get buy-in from all of our teachers across the campuses to share their wealth of knowledge regarding innovative learning techniques or best practices or tips, things that are working for our teachers in their classroom.
When new teachers come into the district, we want them to be comfortable with the culture that we have here at Godley ISD in regards to teaching and technology. So one thing that we do is we provide one-to-one sessions for them each semester. And we go into the classroom with the new teacher, and they can ask us questions, bounce ideas off of us, and we're just there as a support for them.
We're also trying to implement a more blended approach to training, and we will start this over the summer, where we will offer chances for teachers to connect with us online or maybe through a Twitter conversation in order to kind of stay on top of the trends that are occurring regarding professional development.
One way we try to make teachers feel appreciated is we create spotlight videos. So we just find a teacher that's doing something great and innovative in their classroom, and we go in and video them, and then we make a spotlight video and post it on YouTube. And the idea of this, behind this, is that other teachers will watch it and come up with ideas, and we can just make our way around to all the teachers.
The introduction of technology among our campuses has led to some great innovative learning in our classrooms. One example would be Genius Hour, which has been introduced at the high school. So let's get some insight about this concept from Miss Molden.
Hi, my name is Sarah Molden. In my classroom, innovation has meant the opportunity for students to learn things that they are interested in. I've done that through a Genius Hour setup using the Teaks for Research for English 2 honors. My sophomores have been growing along with me in the process. My system is not near perfect. In fact, it's just in the beginning stages, but we've really enjoyed the experience of learning together and adapting the project so that it most best fits their needs and challenges them. I'm very proud of what they have accomplished and hope you get to see some of the results.
Last semester I did my Genius Hour about progressive education and different types of grading systems. And I think that was really important for a student to learn what actually backs a student's motivation and learning, and how we can foster that as students even, and teachers help our teachers do that and maybe provide input to our schools. And I think that's really important as a student, because you get better understanding, and you get a more helpful maybe relationship with your teachers, and you can make a difference within your school. So I think that's really important, and it was fun to learn something last semester for Genius Hour.
My project this semester is volunteering and trying to make an impact on the world. I've picked up trash so far, and I read to dyslexic children, and I helped them with math. I even did Easter stuff with them, and further on during my project I plan on also doing animal shelters and hospitals, and just trying to make a difference in everything I've been doing.
I'm currently working on a Genius Hour project in which I am trying to create an alternate source of energy which is clean as well as efficient. I'm currently in the modeling stages, and though I have some rough ideas of what I'm doing, I'm going to be refining these ideas. And in the meantime, I'm also going to be working on finding funding for my prototyping of the project, as well as getting a patent for the project as well.
I was fortunate enough to get my first teaching position in Godley, and this is the culture that Godley has provided for me. So it was very easy to move forward with this. This is the mentality that I have as a teacher.
My goal in using technology in the classroom is to use it as a supplement versus as a substitute for learning. I still feel it's important for me to be up, walking around, still teaching the material.
As you can see, the vision for a future-ready school district is in the works here at Godley ISD. That's it for this edition of Godley Wildcat News. Have a great day, Wildcats.